Teacher Helena, help us to understand what is stress.
So the dictionary describes stress as our physical and mental responses to some external extent. The event might be considered good, like preparing to go to a prom, or bad, like feeling tense after an illness, an argument, um, a death, with or just preparing for like an upcoming test.
Uh-huh.
The good thing about most stress is that it usually goes away once the external event causing the stress is over.
Uh-huh.
Alternatively, there is a type of stress that results more from an internal dialogue than an external extent. And we call this anxiety. It involves
Yeah.
persistent feelings of dread or apprehension that interferes with your daily life, even after the test, the argument, or prom, or death, or just a distant memory.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, stress, you understand, stress is the body's reaction to feeling threatened or under some kind of pressure, right? When you are stressed out, our body releases hormones called adrenaline, right? Often we've heard this so many times. It's the fight or flight hormone, which usually gives our body a boost and motivates us to act quickly, right? But too much
Mhm.
stress can affect our mood, our body, our relationships, especially when it feels out of control. And so a lot of times that's what's going on, that we feel out of control. It can make us feel anxious and irritable. It affects our self-esteem. That's why we've got to reach out and ask for help. Experiencing long-term stress, which school is a long time, and COVID was a long time, and it's affected us in such a horrendous way that we're still dealing with the aftermath of stress because of COVID. Again, experiencing long term stress or severe stress can lead to feeling physical, mental, or emotional exhaustion, often called burnout. And how many times have we heard that word? I'm burnt out. I'm stressed out. I've had enough. So because Helena and I are just loving women of God, we are not experts, we are not mental health people. We wanted you to reach out. The number to the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Service Administration is 1 800 662 HELP. That's 1 800 662 4357. Please, if you are stressed out, if you are burnt out, the national helpline is free, confidential. It's 24/7, 365 days a year, treatment referral service in English and in Spanish for families facing mental or substance abuse disorders. So please, tonight, again, we're talking about recognizing the signs of stress and asking for help. We've got to learn to ask for help. And with that being said, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to get into the parents, the role of the parent, what they're going through, stress, the teachers, how they're going through stress, and we're going to talk about the students, hoping that this information, these tips and techniques and tools that we discussed tonight will be a blessing to you and your family and your friends. And we'll be right back after this break. Back with On the Road to 25 with teacher Helena. Hi,
Hey.
Helena. And again, our goal is to talk about the role of the parent, the role of the teacher, and the role of the student. We could bridge that gap so we could have them all working on the same level, because what, they're all experiencing the same thing, and it just in different ways. And tonight, because we're talking about stress, absolutely, parents are going through stress, teachers are going through stress, and students are going through stress. Look at what it says here in the Pew Research Center about parents. Now it says, parents, when parents are healthy and happy, our children are healthier and happier. Isn't that right,
Exactly.
Helena? According According to the article, an article from Pew Research Center, it says parenting is the hardest job in the world. We can attest to that, right, Helene?
Yes, definitely.
It says most parents, 62% of them says that parenting has been at least somewhat harder than what they expected. Like, we don't, this is especially true for mothers. 30% of them who are, single parents, they're saying that parenting is harder than they expected as well. And that's understandable because, trying to parent by yourself, it does make it harder. 4 out of 10 people in the United States with children that are ages 18 are extremely or worried. These are the parents. They're extremely worried that their children might struggle from anxiety or some kind of depression. That's 4 out of 10. This is a worry that parents are having post COVID, that they're still dealing with the stress of COVID, that they're thinking that their children may have anxiety or depression at some point. In fact, mental health concerns top the list of parental worries, followed by 35% similar concerned about their children being bullied, according to a new Pew Research Center survey. These items trump parents' concerns about certain physical threats to their children, the dangers of drugs and alcohol, teen and getting in trouble. Now, that's something that most of the time people are concerned and worried about their children getting pregnant or on drugs or something. But now they're stressed out and more concerned about them having mental issues than the normal stuff that we were really concerned about. That's just a lot, on your plate. You know what I mean?
Right. Indeed,
As
it is.
parents already. So, Helena, please, please, please give us some stress reducers. Please help us to help the parents to find some things that they could reduce stress so they don't be stressed out about the mental health of their children due to these post-pandemic issues and all of these other things that's going on in the world today.